Hi there, it's Darlene. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my creative life. So I decided to make this video because I was looking for a 50th wedding anniversary card and I wanted it to be really special. So I saw this particular card. It's like a flip card in Cricut Design Space, and I will have a link to this project in the information box and also on my blog, and that'll all be in the information box. But as I'm doing it and I was trying to fold the base, I could not figure it out for the life of me. Now, putting all the fun stuff like the layers of cardstock and the decorations, embellishments, whatever you want to call it, that's pretty easy because you could pretty much look at the project, the project picture and follow along. But what got me was, how do I fold this darn thing? So I cut out all the pieces. I put this thing aside for a while because I thought, forget it, I can't figure it out. And I searched other YouTube videos to see if I could find this particular card. I couldn't, blah, blah, blah. So finally I decided, you know what, I'm going to figure it out. So that's what I'm doing here in this video. So basically it's kind of a little bit super speeded up because, again, if you see the final picture or if you do look at my pictures on my blog and also on Design Space, you can pretty much follow along where everything goes. I always like to lay everything out first because it does help me put things in the right order and the right direction. This one was pretty simple. I think if I would have flipped things, it still would have worked out okay. But my biggest problem was the base. So if you look at this, it has the score lines on the base, but if you look at this really closely, you see, let's see, if I'm going from the left side, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 score lines going across the top and bottom. And then there's just 2 in the middle. Well, I guess it would be 4, but there are 2 in the middle. But if you notice that very first score line and the very last one, which if you're looking at the picture right now, on the right side, the blue paper or that robin's blue, whatever color that is really close to that score line. That doesn't need to be there because when you fold up the card, you don't fold on those lines. And I think that's what was confusing me. And you're going to see me. Look I practiced this thing a million times. Again, you're going to see towards the end, I'm still like, what am I doing? So when I created my version of this in Design Space, I took off those score lines because, again, I think it's more, they're there more so when you display it, when you have it on, or the recipient has it on their tabletop or desktop, whatever it is they're displaying it. It gives it a little bit more like wow factor, but also it's already a pretty big wow factor-ish card, so it's unnecessary in my opinion. Now, if you are making this or you've made it or you're the person who designed this, I apologize, but, again, add them if you want. You could, just use your scoreboard or just score it and fold it yourself. But as far as my Design Space file, I took them out. So the only score lines that are going to be on there are, wait, hold on. See, I'm already confused. No, I'm wrong. This is the joy of videoing. I could delete this and start all over, but I'm going to continue because you can see how nutty this is. Those first and last score lines are supposed to be there. Wait, are they? Oh my gosh. You're going to have to wait and see. But I am going to tell you that this card is absolutely gorgeous. I am going to put the original designer on the information or in the information box and also on my blog because for the life of me, I can't remember who it is right now. But so again, I did not design this card. I just selected the color choices and I selected, I changed a little bit on the flowers. So in the original Design Space file from whoever originally created it, and look if you want to know and you want all the stuff, you just have to search in Design Space 50th anniversary card and you're going to see that. You're going to see a lot of others, but you're going to see this. But this as far as the original designer. And okay, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, hold on. See, like, what is happening, right? Like, what? Like, this does not make any sense. And then that's when I realized you don't need, oh my gosh, yeah, I am right. So it is the first and the last one you don't need because you see how it just really should be, I'm going to say that top little square pieces all the way to the side and then over. But if you look at it, I know I'm probably confusing you, but hopefully I'm not. Those first score lines do not need to be there. Again, it does help with the displaying of it because it just kind of gives it a little bit more dimension, I guess, more, hey, this is really cool. But it is so confusing. And I feel like if you gave this to somebody and it had all those score lines, they would probably be able to take it out of the envelope, but they wouldn't be able to put it back in. Again, personal opinion. So I don't know. I'm going crazy. Like I'm bouncing back and forth, which is not unusual for me. But anyhow, again, this is just me putting it together. I have the design space links both on my blog and in the information box. So please, go over there and design this or create your own card like this because it is gorgeous. And you remember, it doesn't have to be an anniversary card. This could literally be a birthday card. You just have to change the embellishments, or it could be an actual wedding card. And instead of putting happy anniversary, you could just put, congratulations or something along that lines. But this can be used for really any occasion or subject, but it is so fancy. And, when I'm putting this card together, I have that ring. When I'm folding it, I have that ring going first. But when I actually was looking at it more, I kind of changed the folding so that kind of backwards folding so that 50 is going to be on top. I don't really show it in this video, but you basically do the exact same thing, only instead of having that ring on top, you're going to have the 50 on top. So I hope that makes sense. Now, also in the original file, what you see in that middle top area, there's a lighter green, some foliage. So I think that person, whoever designed it originally, just wanted lots of different options. So when I cut these out, I cut it without really knowing what I was cutting. So on my file, you won't have those green things because it's not necessary for this particular card or the card that I made. But again, you can go to the original designer and get all the things. That's one thing I love about Design Space or Cricut in general is people love to share their projects. And as long as the images are design space images, you can just literally copy it. So a lot of times I'll do that. I'm like, okay, I have to do a birthday that has to be, unicorn. Let me just search unicorn cards. Sometimes I find something that I like. Sometimes I don't, or sometimes I bounce off whatever is in there. So you don't have to start from scratch if you don't want to. So I think that's really great about Design Space and the fact that people just love to share their projects. So if you are interested in any of my projects, you can also follow me because you can follow accounts in Cricut, which is kind of cool too. And look at how pretty the back is. So I decided to only put the floral images up on the top corners instead of all four, because this is actually the back. I did do some stamping as well. I stamped my happy anniversary, and I also stamped celebrate today in the middle of that back circle. But in the back is where you would put your greetings, this and that. I did have to stop for a minute because I don't know what happened to the black part of this tuxedo. So I did have to go back to my Cricut and cut those out before I finish the card. But look at how gorgeous this card is. I love the colors. Now, I know you're probably thinking 50th wedding anniversary, I should have went with gold. And I actually did make a card like this for a friend of mine who is also one of my biggest customers. And I did hers theirs in black, white, and gold. And it's gorgeous. And of course, I didn't take a picture. But anyhow, so you can, make changes on your colors. I did these colors because I thought it was just really bright and fun. And for the couple I was giving it to, my cousins, I thought they would enjoy that bright and fun and colorful rendition versus just your typical, golden anniversary kind of thing. Because even though they've been married 50 years, they're still super young and fun. Anyhow, congratulations, Eddie and Donna. If anybody watches this, those are my cousins who just celebrated. I used some glimmer marker to add some sparkle, of course. Look at that. Gorgeous. I hope you agree with this. Sorry I'm rambling. I hope this helped, though, as far as some confusion on how to fold this ridiculous crazy card. But it is so pretty. And I'm a little upset right here because I thought I was using my Versamark, and I think there was a little ink still on my stamp, so it got a little darker than I wanted there. but that's okay. It doesn't ruin the card, but a little unhappy. This also fits better in a 6x6 envelope. I don't know what size this is, but it did fit. I just had to fold it a little bit differently up on top because it's a little less than 6 inches. But again, it worked out fine. But a 6x6 envelope is what I would recommend for this card. There you go. I hope you enjoy this. I know I was going crazy a little bit, but please hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. I do post at least 2 videos a week. One is always scrapbooking. The other is whatever it is I happen to be creating in the command center. And in this case, it happens to be this gorgeous 50th wedding anniversary card. Thank you so much for watching. I truly do appreciate it. Bye.